guys. Nope, it's not Mardi Gras. I'm wearing these to have a little fun with you guys today about perception. So, when we think of perception, often what we don't realize is how divisive it is, how separating it is, how it keeps us and other people apart from each other, and how we can put a barrier in between us because I see things one way and you see things one way. And the reason I'm wearing the green glasses, don't worry, I got a whole host. My kids helped me out with this one and they got all kinds of color lenses for me. It's just to say, it's like to show you guys, if you were to tell me that the curtains behind me are any shade of blue, I would definitely argue with you because right now to me they look like kind of a mauvey gray color with these shades on. And one perspective I wanted to share with you, because most of our perspectives come from childhood programming. And one crazy story that I'll give you guys is when my now fiance and I were in grade one or grade two together, we actually got married. And as crazy as that sounds, it was a huge moment of programming for me. Because what happened was I was all dressed up, cutie little Rachael, going to school in her yellow dress and her cute yellow headband, because we're talking 80s here where everything's matchy-matchy, and cute matching yellow shoes. This was like my Easter outfit. If any of you ever got an Easter outfit where that was like your special outfit. So that was my fancy outfit, and I was going to school to get married. And I remember my dad stopping me at the door, and he's like, "Why are you dressed like that going to school?" And I was like, "Well, Dad, I'm going to get married." And the look on his face and his tone, and then the words he said was, "Rach," or actually it's probably RJ, something to that tune, Rachel Jane, marriage is a serious thing. It's hard work. It's a big commitment. And I was like, in my little child brain, I was like, that doesn't sound very much fun at all. So I carried on my way, went and got married, came home and thought about it and just felt so, I remember feeling so anxious about it. It was like, this is a big deal. And because I was programmed to believe that marriage was a big deal, sorry, I just realized you probably can't take me seriously with these things on. Because I was programmed to think that marriage was a big deal, guess what? I never did it. After that, I was moved on to another school shortly after. And I've been adamantly against marriage since then. And anytime someone asks me if I'm going to be married, my answer usually is, no, it's not for me. Everybody else can go ahead and try it. Good luck with it. Because I was so cynical. That was generally my attitude, was good luck. And other than that, it was, yeah, have fun with that. And we'll see you in divorce court in a few years. And that's a really judgmental, cynical attitude. And it wasn't until we got engaged and we started actually talking about marriage where all of a sudden all that came up for me, where I was going into panic mode. I was like, this isn't right for me. This doesn't suit me. I'm not that kind of girl that gets married. I don't want that seriousness in my life. I want to have fun. I want to play. And it wasn't that I didn't want the commitment to it. It was just that it sounded so big and scary when I was a kid, when my dad tried to explain to me that it wasn't something that I wanted to be part of. And then on top of that, I saw my parents' marriages, not last quite as long as they were hoping for. And so it further ingrained in me that marriage is a scary thing. So I just wanted to share that with you. I also have another pair of glasses and I have to put these on because I got them and I think they're hilarious. But your perception's so limited. Like, how was I able to see marriage in any other light than that? Because that was my perception. It was my belief. And I held on so tightly to that so much so that I became judgmental and cynical towards other people, that I couldn't even be happy for them because I was so sure that their marriage was doomed. Because to me, marriage equals divorce, and I never wanted that on my record. because I judged it so harshly. So once I took off that judgment, all of a sudden I could see, yeah, maybe this could work. So my kids wanted me to make sure that I also put these ones on. And let me tell you, rose-colored glasses, they have a place, but they're not there for everybody. I mean, there's a time and a place to have certain tones, certain lenses. But for the most part, the different lenses are our filters that we see life through. And you really do limit yourself when you're looking through different things. Like physically, I'm limited. But if we think of the Little Mermaid, do you remember in the Little Mermaid when they hold up she holds up a fork and she's like, "What's this?" "Oh, it's a dingle hopper. It's for twirling your hair." I mean, that's a perception right there, that our fork is made only for eating, but somebody else might see another use for it. And so I do all this big theatrical thing for you to show you that the way that you were programmed as a child is still the way that you're seeing life. You're seeing life through blue lenses, pink lenses, green lenses, maybe not mustache lenses, but you're seeing life through those different lenses still, I promise you. If you haven't been able to adopt a different perspective, if your perspective is similar to what other people have said to you or what you believed as you were growing up, then you definitely have adopted somebody else's belief, because you didn't come into this world with these beliefs. If you did, we'd all have the same belief. You came into this world a wide open vessel, willing to learn, willing to amalgamate, willing to try to fit in, and by fitting in, you've adopted other people's beliefs. Wayne Dyer said that if you change the way that you look at things, the things that you look at change. And I could not second that any stronger. That when we start making space for things to be a different way, then they can show up for us in a different way. And then to bring that even further, A Course in Miracles, I don't know if you've ever read it. It's a metaphysical text. You probably haven't read it because it's kind of a tough text to get through. There's a workbook that goes with it. And it's always, whenever I get caught up in judgment or thinking things are a certain way, then I always go back to this. And it says, lesson 2 is, I have given everything I see in this room, on the street, out the window, in this place, all the meaning that it has for me. And if we realize that, I pick up this nail right here, and it's called a nail. To me, it's called a nail. I can get specific about what the use of this tiny little nail is for, and I can also put limits on it. I can say, I can't build a house with this nail, but I could hang a picture with it. And we do the same thing with us. We look at ourselves and we have these perceptions of ourselves, of what we're capable of doing, of who we're capable of being, and we completely limit ourselves, and we limit who we are, what we're here for. And really, we're here for so much more, but we just don't let ourselves see it. We're so limited by our perspective. And so I'm not so much challenging you to look at the perspective of other things as much as to look at this perspective of you. What are you capable of doing? And if there's anywhere where you feel like you are deficient, or you're not whole, or you're not complete, look at what maybe the labels are that are attached to what your perception is of yourself. Real quick, to show you kind of the label thing. For me, one label is being a mom. So any of you moms out there, I'm sure you can rattle off a bunch of synonyms that come with that word. And it's, you're the one who cooks, who cleans, who does the laundry, who gets the kids up in the morning. You're the counselor, you're the psychiatrist, you're the dietary technician, you're the dietitian, is that what you call it? I don't know. The one who looks after the food, who can make sure they're eating healthy. I mean, you're in charge of so many things. You're the one who goes and gets groceries. You're the one who helps with homework. You're their tutor. You're everybody's counselor in the home. You're their cheerleader. You're their chauffeur. Like, chauffeur, you're so many things to these people just because you're mom. That's a 3-letter word with so much weight and expectation on it. And a lot of that we're doing to ourselves. So, one way to start looking at perspectives, if you want to see, in one of my courses, I teach this. This is one of our exercises. It's just to go through and list 10 to 20 labels that you have on yourself. So mother, daughter, sister, aunt, I'm a runner, being a fiance, being a business owner, and what are the expectations that you have heard come with that label. And then look at, do they fit for you? Or are they limiting you? Are they putting pressure on you? Are they overwhelming you? So there's just a few different ways to look at things to challenge your perspective today. I challenge you to not wear the green glasses or the cutie little pink glasses. Blue glasses maybe, because they're kind of cute for running. And mustache glasses, I don't know. But just know that each one of your beliefs is like wearing a set of glasses. And if you start layering these, you're really going to have a hard time seeing through to the truth. So let's peel back all of that. Let's take off all those glasses. Let's see things clearly for as they are and see if we can see things differently. And the other part of it is that our perceptions are always coming from our programming as children. They're always coming from what we were told to believe. So if you're still unsure after doing that exercise, where your limitations come from, where your perceptions are coming from, where your judgments are coming from, I invite you to join us and to participate in our free Facebook Live for the inner child, or to come join into our membership group where we talk a lot about this childhood programming, and it seems to pop up in every single phone call where it always comes back to, what was I told as a child? How did this show up? And we're not there parent bashing, because everyone's doing the best that they can. But what have I accepted? What have I believed? What have I taken on as my truth? And does it work for me anymore? Anyways, that's it for today. When you put on your next pair of glasses, realize that's the lens that your life is being filtered through. And if you want to change the way that things look, guys, you got to change the way that you look at them and the lens that you're looking through. So there's a nugget for you today. I'm excited to see your comments and what you start realizing today of how you're so stuck on certain judgments about yourself or about others, and how by releasing those you open up to a new sense of freedom, because every perception is a limitation. So love you so much. Have a great day, and remember, you are the magnificent creator of your life.